We're gonna get this recording once again. And we're back on live radio, coming to you from www.jessfm.ca. My name is James Arelis Carpenter. For those of you just tuning in now, we're doing a little bit different show today. I've received a ton of random communications from unknown people, unknown numbers, no idea why they're contacting me, and to be honest, they probably have no idea why they're contacting me either. My guess is somebody else has distributed a phone number, but there's only one way to really figure it out, in my opinion here. So what we're doing is we're calling back a few of them. Now, I previously did about a 10-minute segment there where we called, I believe it was 8 phone numbers, and about half of them were disconnected or some similar thing. About half of them started to ring, and one guy even picked up, but he was pretty shy. So I've got another 8 numbers here, and we're gonna give it another shot. So here we go. Wish me luck. Excited for a second. This isn't looking very good.
Please leave your message for 773.
Yeah, nah, that ain't gonna work. Let's try another one. Ring, ring.
Por favor, deje su mensaje para 7733.
Alright, I guess we're calling somewhere that speaks Spanish. Who knows? That's cool though. Let's try another one. Alright. Wish me luck. Ring, ring, ring. Do, 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 do. Ah, there's a light burnt up. I think so. Oh man, I was excited. They picked up and they hung up, and that's unfortunate. All right, well let's see here. We got a couple more numbers here, 5 more for the time being at least. I've got another 90 after that. I just haven't written them down immediately. So, and here we go again. So at some point, these numbers were used to contact me. I know that somebody was...
Call rejected.
Call rejected? Interesting. Never seen that before. But they definitely, every single one of them, sent me a message, some way, shape, or form, out of the blue for no reason. So at one point, they were all functional. Which gives me hope that we'll find some people. And I'm betting anybody that we talk to is going to give us a pretty interesting conversation. Especially if they explain why they were texting me. Maybe? Maybe?
Hi, this is Kyle Vanswell with Insight Global. I'm unavailable to reach your...
Alrighty, well, I guess that was a real guy. Real voicemail. I'll give him a call back at some point, because who knows? Who knows? But actual business, crazy, right? That's an ominous phone number.
Hello.
Good afternoon, caller. You are live on JessFM.ca. Can I ask who I'm speaking with?
Johnny
Well,
Armstrong.
congratulations, Shawnee Armstrong. You have just been selected for a conversation.
Sweet damn.
How are you doing?
Just fine and dandy, son. How are you doing, guy?
You know, I am doing fantastic. Just fine and dandy. Can I ask where I'm calling?
Where are you calling from?
Yes, yes.
I don't know if everyone called me.
No. Sorry, I misinterpreted. Where are you located?
I'm on 55 and Caroline Road right now in Chicago, Illinois, son.
Fantastic, fantastic. So we are making an international call at the moment then, apparently.
I hope this ain't just something costing me. I hope I spent a lot of money.
Yeah, I can't imagine how it would be, but I am calling you, so I mean the math is there. But so let me ask you, what do you do? What do you do in Chicago, Illinois?
What do I do in Chicago, Illinois? Well, I drink beer, smoke cigarettes, and do a bunch of welding.
Welding, fantastic, and cigarettes and beer and welding. Is that like a trifecta kind of a thing, or like a one after the other?
I can do all at the same time. I got one gum there, beer heads. I'm not invited to my welding hood. I just don't be drunk for some straw through it. I drink beer heads, I weld and smoke cigarettes.
Geesh, that is an impressive combination. And what types of things do you weld? Do you just do general welding, like everything, or like farm equipment, or what do you do?
I do farm equipment, automotive welding, industrial welding, anything you can think of, I can weld. As long as I got beer and cigarettes.
That sounds like somebody that I would like to keep around in my neighborhood as well, because I definitely can find beer and cigarettes, but I might be short on a welder every once in a while.
Oh, whatever you need welding, I got it. Take care of it. Aluminum, MIG, stick, TIG, whatever you want, I got it.
Fantastic. So do you get a lot of business out in Chicago, Illinois? Like, is there a lot of stuff that needs fixing, needs welding, and whatnot?
Oh, outside of work, yes, I do quite a bit of welding for everybody. Roll cages, frame equipment, farm equipment, whatever you think, son, I gotta do.
Fantastic. What do you enjoy doing?
Anything that involves drinking beer?
Fantastic. So one would assume that you probably just work weekdays then, and then you take your weekends off?
No, I just don't be working every day of the week. Don't matter to me. I make money and make good money.
If you aren't working, what do you like doing?
I like to shoot guns and drink beer.
Shoot guns. Nice. What kind of guns you got?
I just done got me a little rifle. Ain't nothing special.
Does the trick, though, I imagine?
Well, it does what I need to do. Put the person down.
Absolutely. And at the end of the day, that's exactly why you got it, right?
After home protection, personal protection, fan protection, whatever you think of.
100%. I would agree with that. I'm a gun owner myself. I have both restricted and non-restricted licenses, and absolutely, yep, it's definitely something that I agree with. Is owning a gun for protection and whatnot. Now, have you did you vote in the last election?
I absolutely did. Trump all day.
Trump all day. Excellent. This conversation is probably going to get pretty interesting, I wager. So why don't you tell me, from your point of view, what you like about Trump?
I really respect the idea that he has the idea to put up the wall.
Okay, absolutely. So you respect the idea to put up the wall. That's reasonable, defending the country.
You know what? If he just done man needs a good welder, I go down there and weld the wall myself, as long as he brings me beer.
You know, that is an excellent, actually a totally valid offer as well, because I did a little bit of research on the wall itself, and I looked into specifically what materials they would use to construct it, and Trump was pretty specific. He was like, we're going to use rebar and steel and concrete, and it's going to be so long and it's going to be so high, and he pretty much told us exactly what he was planning on doing, and absolutely, they could definitely use some welders, I would wager.
I'll be first one on that list to sign up, son.
Absolutely, absolutely. Now, obviously, there's a lot of people who don't like the wall.
Well, I don't care about them people.
Oh, fair enough. Obviously, you support Trump and you support the wall. Why is the did I pretty much cover why the wall is important when I said national defense, or what do you think is the most important thing about the wall? What do you think it's going to do?
National defense. I live in a country, the home of the brave, land of the free. Of course, I don't want some illegal Mexican or illegal alien here driving my trucks, drinking my beer, braiding my hair.
Absolutely. I mean, why would you want illegal anything happening? That's illegal is bad. By definition, it's illegal.
Amen, brother.
So that's obviously no contest. There's not even an argument for that. That totally makes sense. Well, but I don't quite follow when the wall helps that happen.
Well, the wall keep out the illegal immigrants.
Well, I would wager it just keeps out legal ones. Illegal people are going to climb a wall. Legal people are going to just turn around and go home.
Well, legal people are legal, so they can stay if they do the right thing to get.
Yeah, but I'm saying. I'm saying that a wall is.
Speak the language of English.
But a wall would stop a legal person. If they were trying to get through legally and there was a big wall, that would kind of stop them.
I ain't drunk enough to have this conversation.
That is all good with me. Why don't we switch it up a little bit then? Chicago, Illinois. What is your favorite source of news?
Can you say that again?
What's your favorite source of news? Do you listen to radio? Do you watch TV? Do you watch satellite? Where do you get your news from?
I watch WGN every morning. At my 9 o'clock, at my 6 o'clock breakfast, my 9 o'clock breakfast, and then again at 12:30 for my lunch.
Right on. So you said WGN. I assume that's a local network of sorts, or?
Yes, sir. That's local network.
All right, fantastic. So, do you ever go online and check any of the information that you've heard, or is that pretty much just not really?
I ain't just gonna be that smart to be using one of them their computers.
Fair enough. No, and I mean, there's tons of people who honestly have no need to use a computer at all. So I
just don't got one of these here smartphones, goddamn thing smarter than me. I don't know how to use the fucking thing except for text and call.
It's definitely its own advantages and disadvantages all bundled into a little cellular package there for sure. It can be really useful. It's really useful though, especially if you can have somebody that can actually show you like where to go and how to use it and how it could be useful for you. That's probably the best thing. But what I use mine for,
The goddamn phone ain't that smart though. It can't pour me a motherfucking beer.
That you are correct. It will not pour you a beer by itself. Although your cell phone can actually connect to a robot that can pour you a beer, and you can tell it.
Shit.
Yep. I'm not joking you.
The robot can.
It can bring it to you and everything. Yep. It can open the fridge, open the beer.
Put the straw in, put it back in my hood. So I can drink beer and weld off and things that's gonna be time.
Honestly, with the technology we got, you could make it do all that stuff and a little dance at the end.
A little dance at the end, robot dance. Work through the robot.
Yeah, that would probably be one of the easiest ones for it to do, I would wager. It's pretty much designed for a robot.
Awesome sauce. I like that.
I have to agree. But technology is really incredible these days. Speaking of, that's how I'm speaking to you right now, is I've gone online. I've got this radio show is actually being broadcast online. So that's and I use my cell phone whenever I'm trying to do anything. Whenever I don't know something or I'm not sure about something, I always like to check my cell phone, and then I can check multiple different sources. And you know, if like 9 out of 10 reputable people say the same thing, I'm gonna go, okay, they're probably right. Although there's always somebody that disagrees, no matter what you're talking about. Would you agree with that?
I definitely agree.
I
There's
find
always people who disagree to agree and agree to disagree.
absolutely, absolutely. I think that that's actually one of the fundamentally broken things about society these days is there's always people that are willing to tell you that your idea is bad, but they won't necessarily replace it with anything better.
I just don't agree with that because everyone makes fun of me for having beer and drinking my beer in my little hat thing and welding at the same time.
You know, I would say that if you are enjoying what you do, you're helping out everybody around you, and you aren't hurting anybody, power to you. Power to you.
That just don't be innovation at its finest.
And that's the way everybody should be. But I think the issue is when you get people who are going around and they're just generally upset with things. They have no reason, but they don't like what they see, but then they don't want to do anything different. They don't know how to change it. So, like, when I asked you, why do you like the wall? You gave me an answer instantly. You know why you want that wall. It makes sense to you, right? But then if you...
That is just incorrect.
Yeah. So, but then if you ask, like, I don't know, like, why would you... Okay, healthcare. You could have free healthcare, and it could be cheaper than what you're paying right now. Like, the government could do that really easily. Every country in the world has done it. But the Americans don't seem to want it, generally speaking. They haven't voted for it. Do you think it's because they think it'll be more expensive?
I ain't drunk enough to have this conversation with you, son.
All right, let's switch off that then. Do you make your own alcohol? Because I brew my own beer.
I just don't like drinking your typical Budweiser. Gonna be the best tasting beer in the world.
Fair enough. Just straight off the shelf, bud. You drink anything else you like in particular? What I mean...
I just every now and again I just drink one of them there shots of Captain Morgan or Jack Daniels. But listen, son, I'm gonna go eat some dinner right now. I'm gonna have to call you back later.
You know what? I think we'll get back to that later then. And that was someone from Chicago, Illinois. So how about that? It worked. Seems like a nice enough lady. We've got 2 more phone numbers. Or I assume it was a lady. Maybe that's a bad assumption of me. Anyways, I think I did get her name at one point, but we were on the phone for a bit there. That was pretty good for a stranger. Let's try another one. Like I said, I got 2 more numbers here, so. Ring, ring. That's a good sign.
Please leave your message for Kazi.
Good afternoon, caller. You have been selected to be on our live radio show, and we may be calling you back later. Congratulations, and have a great day. All right, well, we'll give him a call back. And last number, guys. Well, not the last number. Just the last number for now. I've got lots more. Ring, ring. It's a good sign.
Hi, you've reached 63041.
Well, I guess that's the end of the short list of phone numbers that I had for the time being. So, what I'm going to do is flip back on some music for a moment and take a short break. And you know what? I think I got time for another 10 phone numbers here. So, what we're going to watch next is a little rendition of Hey There, Delilah. And again, it's by me. Well, let's see here. Who is this? This is Antonio Gardoni. I don't recall where he's from at the moment, but he was pretty good last time I heard him anyway. So we'll see how this goes. And enjoy, and I'll be back in a minute.